What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday. Today is wash day. Today is also game day. My boys play tonight, 8:20. I took my CNA exam yesterday, my skills. So my test is broken up into two parts. We have the skills first, and then at a later date, I have the exam. I already know the date for the exam, but I'm not going to say what the date is because, you know, superstition and all of that good stuff. But anyway, the exam was yesterday, the skills part, which is the physical part. So we got 5 skills. I got hand washing, respiration, range of motion. There was 2 more, and I've been trying to remember these all day long. If it comes to me, I'll just say it later on in the video. But when I say I had the skills, I had to physically do it in front of the person from the place where you get the license from, your CNA license. Like, she was there physically watching me perform these. I had to perform them on another classmate. And then, like, on them, they had, one of the people had to wash my feet. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, I had to wash this girl's feet because when you're a CNA, you got to wash feet. So I had to wash her feet. And then there was one more. Oh, no. She had to do that to me. She had to walk me. I know it sounds weird, but she had to like put a gait belt or like a support belt around my waist, and she had to pick me up because I was playing like I was a patient that was, I wasn't completely immobile, but I still needed a little bit of assistance. So she had to wrap the belt around me, pick me up, and then she walked me 10 steps forward and then 10 steps back. She also had to wash my feet. She did my respiration. And whatever. But anyway, so the results should be in soon. My teacher said that they're gonna come in between 7 and 8, you know, from yesterday, last night, but they wasn't in yet. So I did see an email today that said that the results are available. But when I looked at the email, it just says that they're available, but they'll be accessible to me in 24 hours. So the system is already, I know it sounds stupid to me. It's like, if they're available, they should be available. I should be able to see them. But anyway, at least my anxiety's gone because, oh my God, leading up to the test, I was so nervous. Like, at work, it was horrible. It was horrible. The anxiety was horrible, but I'm glad it's over. Next is the written exam. I'm not worried about the written exam. I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna get 100 on it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I have a little more confidence in the written exam because I do very well on written exams. So that's that. Plus the mock exam that we did for like the practice exam, I got a 92 on that and I didn't study. So if they're similar, then, you know, we should be all right. Welcome, as always, to my new subscribers. Hello to my returning subscribers. Let's get into this hair. It's early. I'm actually washing my hair early. I think it's 2 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. So I'm going to do this, and then me and Aaliyah are going to go get some lunch, and then we're going to the mall for some last-minute shopping, and then I'm going to finish up my laundry, and then just chill for the rest of the day until my boys come on. I have some movie recommendations for you. Last night, I don't remember the name of it. But last night I watched Kerry Hilson's, Kerry Washington, I'm sorry. Kerry Hilson. Kerry Hilson is a singer. Kerry Washington. Yo, my hair came out so good. Y'all know I still have Mael products, right? So I told y'all I wasn't going to throw my products away just because of the whole Mael debacle. I was going to use what I had left over. So I used one of their masks. My hair came out so good. I love the mask from day one. Like, I never had any issues with it. I don't know if the mask was even an issue for the people who were saying they was having issues. Like, I still to this day don't know all the products that was supposedly the problem, like whatever. But anyway, I love that mask. I freaking love it. I'll show it to you just in case anybody else want to use it. That's what it is. The Sea Moss gel mask. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I have no complaints. I never had. But anyway, Kerry Washington's movie. She plays in the army. I almost had the name of it. But anyway, she plays in the army. It's on Netflix. So, I don't know if it was just me or what it was, but I cried that whole movie. And I'm not talking about a couple of tears here and there. I'm talking about like somebody, you know, the most dramatic thing that could ever happen to me. Like, that's how hard I was crying. I'm talking like, my eyes were so puffy when I woke up this morning. I don't know what triggered it. I don't want to give too much of the movie away because it's a really good movie. If you watch it, you'll probably understand why I started crying. And if you're a very emotional person like how I am, you're going to cry too. But the movie was really good. Like, it was really good, really well written. I loved it. I'm also right now, I just started watching this movie this afternoon. and it's called, this is an older movie. It came out in 2020. This one is called Miss Juneteenth. So y'all already know what Juneteenth is. And so this is a movie about, not about Juneteenth, but it's about the pageant in regards to that. Like, it's a good movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? The mother, she's on to come up, struggling mother or whatever, struggling, you know, with her kid. She has one kid and da-da-da-da. But again, it's a real good movie. It's not a documentary type movie at all. It's a regular movie. You know, somebody just trying to make a better life for herself and for her daughter. She's a single mother. Or she's married, but she's separated because the husband slash father is not doing what he's supposed to do, never has. You know, one of them type situations. But really good movie. And then TV show on Netflix that I'm watching. Two TV shows. Madness. I think I told y'all that in another video. Madness and No Good Deed. Those are the 2 TV shows right now on Netflix. I'm just doing a quick half up, half down, and I'm going to just put a little bit of highlights in it, and that's it. I'm going to start with the back. I didn't part it perfectly because it doesn't need to be, because it's not going to matter. But, yeah, but that's it. So, but yes, that Kerry Washington movie, that thing got me. Now, granted, I was drinking a little bit of wine, of course, but it was just a very emotional movie because I saw a lot of me in that movie. A lot of it resonated with me. No, I was never in the army. I was never in any military, you know, branch. But it was just a lot of things that she was just talking about, that she was going through, things that us as black women go through. And this is not to take away from white women, Mexican women, any other race, black men. It's not to take away that, but that's not the focus of the movie. The focus of the movie is about black women. So that's what it is, and I just want to kind of put that out there. We're not, you know, shaming no other race or saying that, you know, nobody else matters other than us. That's not what it's about. That's just what the movie was about. And it was just a really, really, really good movie because even though this movie took place in like the 1940s, 1950s, whatever the case, this absolutely still goes on today for a lot of us. Like, forget about black women, just everybody. It really does still go on, just the black race in general. So that could be a reason why it was sentimental to me. I don't know, but I liked it. And like I said, it just caught me out of nowhere. I'm talking about the ugly cry. Jesus, like, I don't know, it was bad. It was bad. Then I started getting into my head about other things and whatever the case is. But anyway, enough of that. Like I said, my boys play tonight, and I cannot wait. We play Tampa Bay. We play them at home. So, that's that. Right now, I just can't wait until I finish this hair because y'all already know I'm hungry. I had my breakfast already, but it's lunchtime now. So anyway. So more about school. You know, we had the day before, so the exam was yesterday. Friday night, my teacher did an involuntary review for us. And she did it in person. And she didn't have to because we finished school. School was finished December 7th. But this is something that she just does because she wants her students to pass. Like, she's a really good teacher. Really, really good teacher. She's strict and to the point. And she plays no games, right? But she's super thorough. She's a nurse. She knows her stuff like the back of her hand. She really does. It's 21 skills in total, but everybody gets 5. So she literally she reenacted all 21 skills for us on her own time, on her own dime. You feel what I'm saying? It took about 2 hours for her to do. And she said, she was like, the people that come to this review is not mandatory. It's not. It's completely up to you if you want to come to it. And she was like, the people that come always pass the exam. So that's kind of giving me like a little vote of confidence. And it's like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely super, super nervous leading up to the exam. Ouch, just bit my tongue. Don't you hate when you bite your tongue and it's like healing and you keep re-biting it? Oh my God, that's like the 4th time I bit it. But anyway, so once I got to the school, the exam was at 9 o'clock in the morning, yesterday morning. Got there, you know, some of my classmates was there. And somehow, I don't know how this happened, but I wound up being one of the people that was reenacting the skills again, like telling, you know, people how to do it and what it was and all this other stuff. So, you know, I wasn't worried that I was gonna like bomb it. Now I can tell y'all the ones that I did not want to get because I didn't want to speak on it because I didn't want to put it into the air because I figured once it left my mouth and I was like, oh, I don't want to get this skill, that's exactly what was going to happen and I was going to get it. But it was because I had it like mixed up in my head. You know when you overthink something, especially if it's a simple something, you overthink it. And of course you're going to mess up. So for me, I did not want to get like blood pressure, because it's not electronic, it's manual. You have to use a cuff. Now, true indeed, in most doctor's offices now, it's electronic, but they still want you to know how to do it the old school way with a blood pressure cuff. And there's still some places that do utilize the blood pressure cuff. So I didn't want to get that, because the way that it was for the school is like, you do it, you know what I'm saying? You do the exercise or whatever, and there's a double stethoscope. So I have one in my ear, and then the instructor, she has also in her ear. So she's listening to the same exact blood pressure that I'm listening to. And I have to give her my number, and it has to match what she hears. You feel me? So that's pressure, because the number's got to be exact, or at least close in the ballpark, so that you can pass it. So I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get that. And then I learned out what, I always say this name wrong, systolic and diastolic. Your blood pressure, like if you 120/80, the top number is the systolic number, and then the bottom number is the D word, if I'm not mistaken. And how I didn't know is the first number is when you do the blood pressure, you tighten up the cuff, right? They tighten it all the way up. And when the first one that you hear, that's that top number. When you hear the very last whatever their blood pressure is going, that last beat that you hear, that is the bottom number. So for anybody who's in school, there you go, you're welcome. I never knew that. I was like, I never know, when they would always tell me, oh, your blood pressure is this over this. I was like, where y'all get, not necessarily where y'all getting those numbers from, but just like, you know what I'm saying? So now I know. The first time that you hear the sound, the beat, that is that top number. The last time that you hear the sound is the bottom number. When you're doing blood pressure. So I was like, I don't want to get blood pressure. I didn't want to get pulse, and I didn't want to get respiration. Now, with the pulse, I came home and I tried to find the pulse on Aaliyah, right, with your wrist. And dummy me, I had it backwards. I'm trying to feel here on the outer side, right? And I'm like, why can't I feel it? It's because the pulse matches up with your thumb. And I'm like pressing and pressing. Like right now, I can feel my pulse. But when I was doing it on Aaliyah, and I was like, I can't find it. And this was the night before the test. So of course I'm freaking out. And I'm like, what is going on? But I had it mixed up. The pulse always match up with your thumb. Always remember that, because you actually have you have a pulse in your thumb anyway. That's why when you check a person's pulse, you're not supposed to use your thumb to check it. You're supposed to use your 2 fingers to check it. And it lines up with your thumb. The blood pressure lines up with your pinky. That's how you check the blood pressure, right? So you start with the pinky and you come up here and it's over here. That's how you check that. So, that's how that goes. And then the respiration, you literally are just watching a person breathe, and you're counting their reps, their breathing reps, for a full minute. So, my girl, she had to lay down, and not the up, but when you exhale, that counts as 1. So 1, 2, that's how you count. And then, I did that for like a full minute. So those were the 3 that I did not want to get. I wound up with respiration, but I was like, oh, it's actually easy. But I did get a little messed up, and the teacher, she helped me, but she really didn't help me, because they're not allowed to, but they can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, when she said respiration, I went in and I grabbed the stethoscope and I grabbed the alcohol wipes, because my teacher was like, if you get an exercise where you got to use the stethoscope, as a courtesy, you should wipe it off with alcohol, and wipe the teachers off too, because, that's just a courtesy. So I went straight in. Again, I'm combining all the skills in my head, and I'm overthinking stuff. So I go in and I grab the stethoscope, and she just looked at me and she was like, you're doing respiration. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, you're doing respiration. That's all she said it twice to me, and then it clicked. I was like, oh, Star, you don't need the stethoscope. Put it down. But because it was so simple, you just sitting there just watching a person literally breathe, and that's it. I, in my head, overthought it, and I'm like, no, I need this and this and this and this. You see what I'm saying? So like, I messed myself up, and that's true with life. Like, when you overthink things, you 100% mess it up. So again, if you have to do respiration, and this is your skill, you're just watching them. That's it. You're just watching them for a minute. That's all you're doing. So I wound up getting that. And the area, I messed up in one area, but I asked the instructor, I was like, if you forget a step, because like each skill has a certain amount of steps. It might be 7 steps. Ugh, bit my tongue again. It might be 7 steps. It might be 19 steps. And I was like, do we have to do the steps in order, or is it just as long as we complete the skill satisfactorily? And she said the steps don't have to be in order unless it says it for that particular skill. Like if it says you must do this before you do this, that portion has to be in order. Otherwise you get the skill wrong. So I asked her, I was like, if you get a step wrong, do you automatically fail? And the way it goes, let's say if I was doing something and I forgot a step, as long as I stop and I pause and I say, oh, I forgot to do X, Y, and Z, she'll let you go and correct it. If you don't say anything and you forget it and then you go skill complete and you're done, then you get it wrong because you didn't correct it. Or if you just told her, oh, I forgot to wash my hands after the skill, but you didn't go and wash your hands, you still get it wrong because you didn't correct it. You can't just say it, you have to actually correct it. So when I asked her, if you forget a step, do you automatically, fail or get that skill wrong? And she was like, again, I don't know how this is for everybody, but she told me, she was like, not unless it's a critical step. And then so the girl that was with me, my partner, she was asking me, she was like, well, how do we know which one is a critical step? And she said, whichever one is in your book. And she means the ones that's bolded. So like if it has like 7 steps and 2 of those steps are bolded, those are the critical steps. Those are the ones that like it has to be done. Otherwise that whole skill is completely wrong. So the thing that I forgot was not a critical step. So with that being said, I think I should be okay. It was when I was, positioning. That was the one. Yes, that was the 5th one. So positioning is when I had to lay her on her side and then I put a pillow behind her back, a pillow in between her legs, like how women have when they're pregnant. You got to make sure that the knee and the ankle don't touch. And then another pillow underneath one of her arms. And then I had to make sure that her other arm that she was laying on was up and not down because it's going to fall asleep. And I had to give her her call bell and all of that stuff. What I forgot to do was put up the side rail because it's technically a hazard. Like if you put them on their side, true, my body was there blocking it when I rolled her towards me. But in real life, let's just say this is a fall risk patient or an elderly patient, whatever the case, that side rail will protect them from falling on the floor. So that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to put up the side rail, and that's why I asked her, what I asked her. Like, if you forget a step. I didn't tell her which step I forgot, because she knew. She knew which step I forgot. There's no need for me to sit here and blast myself further in the foot. But that's why I asked her. And when I went back to go check the book, that particular portion was not bolded. So that means that it was not a critical step. So I was like, okay. But you know how you just beat yourself up. And I'm definitely one of those people. So I'm hoping that after I finish this, and by the time I'm editing this video, I'll have my results, and then I can, I can let y'all know. So, yeah, that's that. It was very interesting. Very, very interesting. But it felt good, and I was just like, oh, you know what? I can do this. Like, I could be a CNA. I was kind of worried because, the things that you see and what you have to actually do and this and this. But I was like, nah, I could do this. It was cool. But I will also say, listen, you don't know what the skills that you're going to get for the exam. Like, I didn't know what I was going to get it on until I walk in. When I walk in for my attendance, there was a number that was by my name. So it had, Starlight Caldwell, and then it had 94 behind it. And I'm trying to figure out, like, the whole time, what does this number mean? I finally found out once I got in there, that was the page number for the skills that I had to do for my 5. And so, I looked at him and I prayed to God, like, the whole day before and the day before that. Please let me get the easy skills, or the ones that I really, really know. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, and so when I saw one of them was, like, the foot care, like I had to wash the girl's feet. If you get that skill, please do yourself and everybody a favor. Make sure your feet look, presentable. My teacher even said that. I'm not saying you got to run out and go get a pedicure, but, just make sure I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm just saying, like, just make sure that it don't look, just make sure it looks presentable. I don't know how else to say it. I'm trying to be nice. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Just make sure your feet look presentable. That's all I got to say, because you really got to wash the person's foot. You're not simulating it. You're not taking, You're really taking their socks off, their sneakers off. You're really putting their foot. You have gloves on, obviously, but you're really putting their foot in the basin. You're really washing it. You know what I'm saying? You're really putting lotion on it. So clip them nails, make sure it looks presentable. Make sure, the nail polish, whatever. But some of the ones that I was hoping for that a lot of people didn't want, to me, they were easy. Like catheter cleaning. That's easy. I didn't get that skill. I wanted that skill, but everybody was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I was like, nah, I actually want to do that. Or pericare, perineal care, where you wash the, you know, vagina or the penis, and then you wash the butt. On the mannequin is dumb easy. So I was like, yeah, I can get that, or if I get that, or the feeding or whatever. I didn't get any of those. So, but it was, you know, it was cool. It's behind me now. I can move on. I'm gonna do the written exam. And then, you know, we just go from there. So I am very, very excited about all the stuff that's going on. Very, very busy. But it's all for the betterment of me. So that's what this whole year is about. 2024, well, the end of 2024 and all of 2025 is about Star. It's all about Star. And I know a lot of people who know me was like, it's always been about Star. No, it really hasn't. It really, really hasn't. It may seem that way on the outside looking in, but unless you actually live in my life or walking literally in my shoes, then you don't know. So this year is all about me and getting me to where I need to be. And that's that. And I'm not going to stop until, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try my best or die trying. One or the other. Like, that's just what it is, because I'm tired of playing games. At a point in everybody's life, you just get to that point in your life where you're just like, yo, I'm done. I'm done playing games. So, and that's that. If I don't make it, then I don't make it. But if I know that I gave it my all, then I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. So anyway, let me go ahead and speed this up, get off the camera and speed this up, and then I'll come back, you know, like towards the end. Okay, back is done. Real easy, real quick. Now we just need to do this front part. I hate this brush, but it gets it laying down the way that it needs to be. It's just hard. And I don't want the ponytail up. I want it to hang, you know, like that. So, I think that should be slicked down enough. Must be crazy going to the mall 4 days before Christmas. No. Yeah, 4 days before Christmas. Speaking of which, I don't even have my tree up still. Because last year, I had my tree up and my cats, every morning, I come out and its ornaments either on the floor or completely broken. Every single morning. So I was just really debating, do I put up a tree this year? And I really wasn't gonna do it, but I've never not had a tree like in my entire life. It just feels weird. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it up today, but I think what I'm gonna do, because the tree is pre-lit, I might not put any ornaments. Oh, I just popped that rubber band. I might not put any ornaments. Ugh. Sorry, I get very frustrated. Let me be quiet. Let me do this and then I will talk when I'm done. Because I can't, clearly I can't, you know, walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So, all right, now I can talk. And I think I cut a piece of my hair out. I hate these freaking things. Yo, these right here, please be careful with these. These are just nail nippers to cut the cuticle off. When you're cutting rubber bands or whatever out of your hair, please be careful, because every time I try to cut a rubber band out of my hair, I cut my hair out. Every single time. Like, it never freaking fails. Luckily, it's just like, you know, a strand here and there. But anyway, like I was saying, I think I am going to put the tree up. But since it's pre-lit, I'm not going to put any ornaments on. It's going to look kind of naked, but they just keep breaking all of them. And then I thought I was slick. I didn't put any ornaments like from the middle section of the tree all the way down to the bottom. I didn't put anything, right? My boys jumped, okay? They got hops. They jumped and they took them. I don't know what it is with cats with trees, but if you're a cat owner and you have a tree, please let me know. I saw on TikTok somebody put a tree, they hung it from their ceiling. So it was like a miniature tree and they hung it upside down. And they literally showed a video. Their cat jumped from the floor straight up. Yo, cats are crazy. Cats are absolutely crazy. If you don't have a cat, then you won't know what I'm talking about. Cats are crazy. I'm an animal lover all the way around, so it's just like, it doesn't matter, cat, dog, whatever the case. But cats are kind of easier to take care of, at least so I thought. But I don't know, they really not. I think it just depends. I don't know, because at least with cats, you don't got to go out in all kinds of weather to walk them so they can do their business. You know what I'm saying? But they're just crazy. That's all. Absolutely crazy. All right. So y'all already know what I'm doing at the top. I'm just, ouch. I'm just defining my hair. That's all I'm doing. I really am losing my train of thought. I need to eat some food. That's what it is. I just heard the timer go off. Aaliyah must be heating some pizza up. I thought we was gonna eat something at the mall. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna eat something. Well, the mall I'm going to, they're really crappy with food. It's like a lot of junk. I don't eat a lot of junk when it comes to like food. I like to have like food. I'm not a real big fast food person. Like, I love Bojangles, don't get it twisted, but I might eat them like once a month, if that. You know, Chick-fil-A, I love Chick-fil-A too. Chick-fil-A is like my favorite fast food place, but I just don't, I just don't do it. McDonald's, I don't do McDonald's at all anymore. But I'm just not a real big fast food person. You take me to a soul food restaurant, a buffet, give me some seafood, Star's happy. That's what Star likes. Star likes food. Not like junk and, you know, and I'm not a big snacker. I gotta be in the mood to have a snack. My daughter thinks I'm crazy because when I have a snack, I'll literally, like, it'll just be a snack. Like, I'll get some cookies or some chips or whatever, and I'll take like 4 or 5 cookies. And she's like, that's not a snack. I'm like, no, it actually is. Because it's supposed to be a small amount. It's not supposed to be a substitute for a whole meal. She'll sit there and eat a whole bag of cookies if I let her. You know what I'm saying? If I don't, like, get on her case about it.
Excuse me.
It's true. And she's like, but there's only a little bit in here. It'll be half the bag, my dude. What are you saying? That's not a little bit.
We have 2 cookies. What is that?
2 cookies is a snack.
Yeah, but like you're only enjoying it for like a minute.
Because that's how you're supposed to enjoy snacks.
You don't give 2. They don't give 2 in a pack, do they?
In some packs, there are Oreos that have 2-pack cookies. Yeah, exactly. I got you. So there's that.
I don't like you.
I'm dead serious.
And no, you're not eating in the mall.
Why? I gotta eat something. I'm hungry.
There.
So because you don't feel like sitting in the mall, I can't eat? That's what we doing?
I already don't feel like going in the first place, but we have to.
Well, you should. I thought you was gonna get Popeyes in the mall. I didn't know you was eating now, and then I heard the timer go off.
I mean, I kind of wanted to save something for dinner.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna go back to the mall to get Popeyes. Oh, we'll figure it out dinner time.
Not the mall, no.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out dinner time. Well, I gotta eat something. If it's not in the mall, I gotta eat something at some point. I'm hungry. I'll be done with my hair, and then as soon as I'm finished, we can go. Well, you gotta eat.
Yeah, you have time. You don't
Yeah.
have to rush.
No, but I don't feel like listen. I'm gonna get
I
back.
know, but that's why we only really need to go to like one place.
Yeah, we'll go to wherever we gotta go to or whatever. And then, you know, I mean, it's dumb early, obviously. As long, and then we can, you know, come back and we watch the show or whatever. And then I can watch my boys tonight. I'm not really doing a lot for Christmas shopping either this year. I'm literally only doing my kids. And that's it. I'm just like, you know. Because if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. And I'm not going to act like I do. Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's my favorite holiday outside of my birthday. It's literally my favorite holiday. But I just have not been into it the past few years. And it's not even over a money thing because, you know, there's been plenty of Christmases, you know, where, you know, recent ones, where the money was fine, you know. But I just, mentally, just not into it. I know the reason why, but I just don't want to discuss it. But, you know, it's just not the same. I don't know. Also, when you get older, does that take part in it? There's a few variables. My arms are killing me. That's why I had to pause for a second. Yeah. But listen, I'm just happy for another Christmas. Everybody's happy and healthy. And that's really all I am, you know, grateful for. I don't really care about nothing else. I'm good. I don't need anything other than to eat some lunch. That's it. Now that I do need. I'm not gonna hold you on that one. That I do need. But outside of that, I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna put all of this into one because my hands are tired. And I wanna go finish watching that movie. The Miss Juneteenth movie. I'm already getting I'm not gonna call it my New Year's resolution because I feel like if you make New Year's resolutions, I feel like we don't stick to them. Because, I don't know, everybody's good for like that first week. And then after that, it's a wrap. Most people, their thing is like, oh, to lose weight, get back in the gym. I've been going to the gym since last January 7th. That's when I started. So like the gym to me is normal as breathing. I don't have to put that in there because that's something that I actually enjoy doing and I get pissed off if I can't go. So for me, it's not that. I won't be saying those things. I have a few things already. I have my vision board up. And I will say that a lot of things that I put on my vision board, yo, it's real facts. a lot of the things that I put on my vision board happened. It happened. I don't know if God needs to see you taking it seriously and write it out, but if you don't have a vision board, write one for yourself. And don't try to copy nobody else's vision board. Make it personal for you, what you want to see your life look like from today going forward. You don't got to wait till January 1st to make it. You don't have to do any of that. You can make that tonight, and it can look however you want to look. You can write things. You can do, cutouts from magazines, whatever the case. I didn't use any cutouts. I hand wrote everything, and I used stencils and then like glitter and rhinestones and all, the razzle dazzle, because I'm real girly. So, and I have it hanging up in my bedroom right next to my bed, so that when I get out of bed, it's literally the first thing that I see. So, and you can add to it as much as you want. Be very specific, be very intentional with your words. Oh, we are done. Okay, I'm just kind of like shaking the curls. All right, so now it's still sitting up a little higher than I wanted it to, but it's not the end of the world. Y'all know we had to do some edges, right? Yeah, like I hope y'all knew that was coming. The stars are always gonna do some edges. It's a little wet right now, but it'll do what it needs to do. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I hate trying to manipulate my hair with like gel and all of that kind of stuff when my hair is wet, because it just doesn't listen. And I just found out, I think I have a widow's peak. I think that's like a baby one. I didn't know. Like people was calling that on TikTok, because I saw one girl, she literally pulled all the hair down and she cut it off. And somebody was like, oh, I wish I had a widow's peak. And I was like, is that what that is? I damn sure didn't know. I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think that. And then when you're doing your hair, why is it always one side comes out better than the other? Can somebody please explain that to me? Same thing with makeup. When you're doing your makeup, one side comes out better than the other. And it's always these front edges. I can't never get the same. I can't ever make a match. Now, let's see if I can tie it down without messing up or disturbing the curls in the back. Because I need to kind of lay this down, otherwise it's gonna just pop right back up because it's wet. Oh, I gotta get back behind my hair. Oh my gosh. And we're just doing random pieces. That's all. Just random pieces. It's like I always do. I just wish, like I said before, one time when I used this color, I wish that it was the brighter gold, because this doesn't look, it doesn't pop as much as I want it to. I want that bright gold, like that blonde gold. But this is not it. This is like gold. I really wanted that burgundy, man. That burgundy to me just looks better. My hair's so dark and it shows up better. Okay. I don't know how much. Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, that's actually fine. Yeah. It's actually fine. All right. So, you wash my hands. All right, that's all the color that I'm gonna put in here. I may add a little bit more once it dries just to kind of see what it looks like, but I probably won't because I think it looks fine right now. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, while I'm editing this video, I should definitely have the results so I can plug it in there. But we already know what it is. Positive vibes. We definitely passed that. We already know. CNA in the books. Future RN is loading. All right. So that's it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you. Bye.